Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing how I ship glassware. I run an Etsy shop called Digital Garage Sale where I sell antique and vintage homewares, so shipping glass is really part of the game. I've learned a lot through trial and error, and I've come up with a method that works very well. So I just received an order for this lovely glass boot, and I decided it would make for a great opportunity to share my tips for shipping glassware. If you run an online shop, then you know that you have to include the dimensions and weight of the final packaged item even before you sell the item and even before you list it. If you haven't done this step yet, you'll need something to weigh and measure the item. I use a kitchen scale and some fabric tape, and it does the trick just right. Jot down the dimensions of your unpacked item and then add at least 2 to 3 inches to each side to account for bubble wrap and packing peanuts. For the weight, you want to add at least 500 grams to the final weight to account for the added packing supplies that will work as protection as well as the weight of the box itself. For instance, this box on its own weighs 200 grams. There's very little margin for error in this process, so you want to make sure that everything is calculated to the best of your abilities. Now that the shipping details part of the listing process is done, we can move on to the actual packing. Tape up the bottom of your box and fill it with a layer of packing peanuts. I use the biodegradable kind that's made out of starch and dissolves in water. Then you're going to cover the item with multiple layers of bubble wrap. The way I test to see if it's been wrapped enough is actually to press my fingers all around it, and if I still feel glass underneath the bubble wrap, then I add some more. Secure the pieces of bubble wrap with tape and make sure it's snug so that it doesn't move and loosen in transit. You also want to make sure that your item isn't pressing up against the edges of the box but has a slight wiggle room. If it's pushing against the box, it'll have more chances of breaking in transit because there will be nothing to absorb the shock of the movement. Then make sure to include any messages the buyer has asked you to include or a thank you note on your behalf. Then you'll want to close up the box. I use my favorite brown tape for this. If you've watched my Etsy for Beginners video, you'll know that I really like this tape because it cleans up recycled boxes well, has a great stick with just a single strip of tape, and you can rip it by hand. If you're a Canadian vendor, then you may or may not know about these free adhesive label pouches from Canada Post. All you have to do is open a small business account with them, and you'll not only get discounted rates, very, very slightly discounted rates, but you can also order these for free, and they save you a bunch of time because instead of spending time putting clear plastic tape over the entire label, you just take the adhesive envelope, print out your label, slip it in, peel off the back, and press it on, and that's it. And there you go. That's it for today's video. I hope it helped you figure out how to pack glassware better. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Etsy selling tips as well as all things vintage.